and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now, that's right, today I wasn't really planning on reacting to the Oscar nominations, but there was some interesting stuff here that I really wanted to talk about. So I've decided to come on and talk about it today while it's fresh. It happened about an hour and a half ago. I did watch it live. This isn't an instant reaction to it. I have seen them. I was at work when it happened, so I couldn't come on and do a live stream or anything while it was happening. So I've come home and I've thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about it. Now, I'll say this, with the Oscar nominations for 2022, or for the the films that come out during 2021, there are some films I still haven't seen. Belfast only come out in the cinemas recently here in the UK. I will get around to watching that before the Oscars actually happen. Kenneth Branagh's new movie. Drive My Car's another film I really want to see, along with Licorice Pizza. So as I said, there are a few films here I haven't seen, but for the ones I have seen, I can talk about, and I can talk about what I think should win out the ones I've seen at the minute. So yeah, I thought we'd just go through some of the categories here. Some categories I'm going to go pretty quick on, some I'll have a look at a bit more. And there are going to be some categories where I can actually give a better opinion than others. So this is on the actual Oscars website. I think they're in alphabetical order. So we're just going to go from the bottom upwards. So yeah, so first up, we got the writing for Best Original Screenplay here. Starting off with Belfast, which of course I haven't seen. Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World. To be fair, this is one of the few things here, because Don't Look Up's actually going up for quite a lot of stuff, which is very surprising. I do like Don't Look Up, I do, but I feel like it's got way too many nominations here. But this is one I can actually get on board with. I think Don't Look Up, deserves to get nominated here. Does it deserve to win? Maybe. I really enjoyed King Richard, and I think the screenplay for that was also fantastic. But yeah, so I can't really comment on the others because I haven't seen them. But yeah, so I out of the two I've seen, I really don't mind who it should go to there. But I'm pleased to see Paul Thomas Anderson's Licorice Pizza getting some attention here, because I wasn't sure it would, because it came out so late in the year. Because I know Belfast had been released elsewhere in 2021. Here in the UK, it's very late. So I think that one would still get some attention. Adapted screenplay. Again, it's great to see. I drive my car here because I'm hearing such great things about that. Dune, I think, would be a good, a good win for this one. I haven't read the books, but I've been on holiday with my friend Ryan, who's read the book. And from some of the stuff that he was telling me in that book, I can imagine it's a very hard story to adapt. I mean, David Lynch couldn't even do it back in the 80s very well. So I actually give them a lot of credit to this one. The Lost Daughter by Maggie Gyllenhaal, of course, fantastic. I think that one could be, that one there definitely deserves a nomination, and The Power of the Dog as well. Visual effects, this is a really interesting one. Here you go. This is where Marvel fans, this is where you got Spider-Man here. You got Spider-Man. I love the new Spider-Man film, of course. However, I will say visually, I think Eternals was Marvel's best efforts visually this year. I much preferred Spider-Man and Shang-Chi, actually, which has also been nominated, which I'm happy to see. I like Shang-Chi. I thought that was a good film. But I think Eternals and Godzilla vs. Kong really should have been on here over No Time to Die and Spider-Man, if I'm being honest. I think Shang-Chi was actually better in terms of consistency visually than Spider-Man. I'm actually really pleased to see Free Guy on here, because I think that it's a video game film. It had a lot of room to adapt to the silly wackiness of the visuals that he could do in that film. So I'm really happy Free Guy's on here. I think that one does deserve the or a little nod and wink. I'm surprised to see No Time to Die. I'm really happy to see Shang-Chi and Spider-Man. But as I say, I think I'd definitely rather have over No Time to Die and Spider-Man, Eternals and Godzilla vs. Kong. I think they deserve to be on here. However, it doesn't matter, because Dune's going to win this. Dune has this in the bag. There is no doubt in my mind it's got it. Sound, I'm guessing this is just sound mixing. Yeah, I'm guessing this is sound mixing, sort of. Again, I feel like Dune is probably going to get this one. The sound mixing in it was fantastic. Some of the effects on the the shield suits and stuff I thought was fantastic. Although, again, musicals also need to have great sound mixing, I feel, to go from the songs back into the movie we're watching. So I think West Side Story definitely should stand a chance here. The sound mixing on No Time to Die didn't really pop at me too much. Power of the Dog was really good. And of course, Belfast again, haven't seen it. So I will see Belfast by the time the Oscars actually happens. Yeah, I think I give it to Dune, but I wouldn't be upset if West Side Story got it. Short film live action, again, I've just brought this up on the screen so you guys can read this. I don't really watch many short films, I'll be honest. So yeah, I haven't actually watched any of these. And the animated ones, of course, there as well. And then coming up here, production design. See, for me, there's no doubt in my mind, I would give this one to West Side Story. I thought the production design was fantastic on that movie. I haven't seen The Tragedy of Macbeth, but The Power of the Dog also looked fantastic, even though some of the long shots, are a bit CGI heavy, but the production designs were fantastic still. Nightmare Alley, really good. There was a lot of different elements I had to consider there, because the film goes from a circus, goes from this very poor looking place to a much more richer environment. So I think that Nightmare Alley actually should stand a chance, and Dune, of course, looks incredible. I'd give it to West Side Story personally there. And then Best Picture, Best Picture. Here we go. So is this? Oh no, we do have quite a few others on here. Best Picture. So Belfast, Coda. I can't comment on those, but from what I'm hearing, they absolutely deserve to be here. Don't Look Up is the one I have a problem with. That should not be going up for Best Picture. I feel like it's purely going up for Best Picture because of its cast and maybe the subject issue, which, don't get me wrong, it's got a fantastic cast, and the subject issue of it is very interesting and very real and very serious, but I don't think this film was great by any means. I'm very surprised to see it here. Drive My Car, of course, I'm hearing excellent things about. Dune absolutely deserves to be here. I don't think it'll get it, nor would I give it to it, but it deserves the nomination. King Richard, absolutely fantastic film. So happy that's here. And yeah, I would say actually King Richard would probably be the one I'd give it to out the ones I've seen here. Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. Now, Power of the Dog, of course, got it at the Golden Globes, so there's a good chance that it's going to go to that film. But it'd be really, really awesome for Spielberg to get it for West Side Story. But I would give it to King Richard out of the ones I've seen. Where's it going to go? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Belfast or something. Belfast, or maybe Dune. It could be Dune. I wouldn't give it to Dune though. Original song. Now, of course, the thing with this is, like, I'm a huge fan of Tick Tick Boom and West Side Story, which come out. Of course, they're not original songs. The West Side Story is 1960s film, and Tick Tick Boom, the stage play, which was written. Was it the early 2000s or late 2000s, I think? So obviously they're not going to be going up for anything here. We got Be Alive, Dos Organ, I can't pronounce it, but the song from Encanto, and it's actually this would personally be my pick out of the ones I've heard here. Down to Joy from Belfast, of course, I haven't heard that one. No Time to Die, I'm really hoping this doesn't get it. It's like 3 years old. I'm not a massive fan of the song, and somehow you do. Yeah, for me, even though I can't pronounce it, I definitely give it to the Encanto song. I think it's just so vibrant and culturally, it really fits that movie, the Colombian feeling. So yeah, that would be who I'd give it to. But it probably won't get it. Best score. I can't believe again that Don't Look Up is here. I'm honestly in shock that that's here. Dune, Encanto, Parallel Mothers, and The Power of the Dog. For me, it's got to go to Dune. Hans Zimmer's score to Dune was beyond incredible. I think The Power of the Dog also had a really good score. And I did like Encanto, but, you know, I think that it didn't blow me away, you know, like the actual songs did. But I haven't seen Parallel Mothers, so, yeah, not sure on that one. But I think Dune's got this in the bag, surely. Makeup and hairstyle, or hairstyling, sorry. Coming to America. Okay. I actually forgot that film come out, to be honest. Cruella, which I am really happy to see here. I was saying this when I reviewed Cruella early on in the year, and when I unboxed the 4K, because I had to get it for my collection. I said, you know, the film was... I really enjoyed the film, and I think one thing that it really, really should be going up for is the makeup and the costumes, because it really should get a little Oscar wink, at least. I don't think it'll get it, nor would I probably give it makeup, at least. But I really think it deserves the nomination, so I'm so happy to see Cruella here. Dune, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci. Now, I really want to see The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I don't actually know who I give it to here. I think maybe... House of Gucci, maybe, I'm thinking. Like, what they done with Jeremy Irons in that film and stuff, you know, fantastic. So, yeah. International feature film. I'll be honest, I haven't seen any of these, but I will get around to watching a lot of these. I say, Drive My Car is very high on my list to watch. Film editing. Again, Don't Look Up. I don't know why it's here, to be honest. Dune, King Richard, The Power of the Dog, and Tick, Tick, Boom. I would love for Tick, Tick, Boom to get this. I think that Tick, Tick, Boom was just such a fantastic movie. I absolutely loved it. But who do I think it's going to go to? I think it's probably going to go to Dune or The Power of the Dog. I wouldn't be upset, and I wouldn't be, as long as Don't Look Up don't get it, and I really don't think it will. You watch, and someone's going to clip me saying that, and then Don't Look Up's going to win it. I really struggled to see how Don't Look Up's going to get this. I really won't be upset with any of them, because I thought the editing was great in all of them, but I would love for Tick, Tick, Boom to get it. I think, yeah, absolutely. Documentary, again, I haven't seen any of these. I was sort of hoping the Beatles Get Back thing by Peter Jackson would go up for it, because I love that, but I suppose it isn't really a documentary, and it's short subject as well, actually. But, you know, it's more of a fly on the wall thing. Here we go, documentary feature. This is where it would have gone up for it. But, you know, it is more of a fly on the wall, not necessarily an actual documentary. So I kind of get why it hasn't been nominated. Directing. So we got Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, which is great, because I really love Kenneth Branagh. I just feel like the bigger blockbuster movies he's done haven't gone over very well. You know, Murder on the Orient Express wasn't great. Death on the Nile isn't looking amazing, I must admit. And was it Artemis Fowl he done? God, I don't know what happened there. So I'm really happy for him, because I like him a lot as an actor. He seems like a lovely guy. I'm really happy that this film's gone over well for him. And of course, I believe this film's about his childhood a lot as well. So I'm sure he's very passionate about this film. Drive My Car, Licorice Pizza, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. I'd really be happy for Spielberg to get this. I really would, but I don't think he will. I'm really not sure who it's going to go to here. I'm really not. Costume design, Cruella. Kyrno? Is that how you say it? Kyrno? Sorry, I'm butchering that one. I'm not even sure what movie that is off the top of my head. Dune, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story. I would personally give it to West Side Story, because just the designs of the costumes and stuff, like especially when they go to the dance and stuff, it's like every little intricate detail sort of fits the characters perfectly. I feel like there was so much detail that went into it. So yeah, I'd give it to West Side Story personally. Dune was fantastic as well, though. Dune really was. Like, some of the costumes of, I can't remember the names of the people, because I'm not a Dune expert, but like the monk type people and the magic-y witches I thought were fantastic. So I could see it going to Dune as well. Also, Nightmare Alley, I'm really happy that's been nominated. You know, a lot of the circus costumes. And of course, the outfits that Cruella, you know, wears, it's, you know, they're fantastic. So of the 4 films I've seen here, I really don't mind which one it goes to. They're all really, really good. But I'd personally give it to West Side Story, but I could see Dune getting it. Cinematography, Dune, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, The Tragedy of Macbeth, and West Side Story. That's really tricky. For me, it's got to be between Dune, The Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. Haven't seen The Tragedy of Macbeth. I wouldn't give this one to Nightmare Alley. I'm surprised that one's going up for this. Yeah, I really don't mind what one it goes to out of those 3, to be honest. Animated feature film, we got Encanto, Flea, Luca, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm really surprised that Raya's going up for this, to be honest. But hey-ho. I didn't mind Raya, but I think there's definitely some better animated films out there. My favourite was actually Luca of these films. So I'd like Luca to get it. I really enjoyed Encanto, but The Mitchells vs. the Machines, in terms of animation, I love the style of this movie. So for me, it's got to be between Luca, Encanto, and The Mitchells vs. the Machines. But we'll see. Actress in a supporting role. We got Jessie Buckley, Ariana DeBose, Judi Dench, Kristen Dunst, and I can't pronounce her name, but the actress from King Richard. For me, I think I would go with. It's really tricky actually, because I thought Ariana DeBose, I think I'm pronouncing it right, was fantastic in West Side Story, as was the actress in King Richard. But I really like Jessie Buckley in The Lost Daughter, actually. I thought I might give it to her. And then actress in a leading role, Jessica Chastain, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Haven't seen that one. Olivia Colman, Penelope Cruz, Nicole Kidman, and Kristen Stewart. For me, there's no doubt in my mind that Kristen Stewart should be getting this. I'm so happy she's going up for this, but I do still feel like Spencer has been snobbed a bit. It should be going up for far more than what it actually is. Where is it in the score section? Where is it in cinematography? Even Best Picture, it should be there. Yeah, Kristen Stewart should get that 100% for me, but she probably won't. Actor in a supporting role. I cannot pronounce his name, the guy from Belfast. Troy Kotsur from Coda. Jesse Plemons from The Power of the Dog. J.K. Simmons. And Cody Smith. I can't pronounce his name. The young lad from The Power of the Dog. And actually, I think I'd give it to him. Jesse Plemons was really good in Power of the Dog, though. But I think I'd give it to Cody, the younger guy in it. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. And actor in a leading role. Being the Ricardo's, sorry, I can't pronounce this guy's name. Javier Bardem. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. Every time I come to pronounce this actor's name on my channel, I always butcher it, and people are like, Javier Bardem. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Bardem, no, whatever. Benedict Cumberbatch. Andrew Garfield, which I'm so happy to see here, Will Smith, and of course Denzel Washington. I think Will Smith's got this in the bag, and I think I'd give it to Will Smith. He gave the best performance, I think, of the year. But I would not be upset at all if Andrew Garfield got it. I really would love to see him get it. And yeah, that's it. There's all the nominations. There's my little take on them. As I say, I'm not the biggest expert on all these films because I haven't seen them all. That's just my little hot take on the ones I have seen. I was surprised. I was expecting not to be too happy with the nominations because I never normally am. And it'll probably be the same experience with when the Oscars actually happen. I'm expected to be very unhappy with them. But if I'm happy with them, hey, there we go. But anyway, there we go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a message, like the video, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. I'll see you in a month or so or whatever when the Oscars happen, and I will probably do a video reporting on them again then. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.